YouTube? This is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the P-Bandai Exclusive 30-minute mission kit, the Alto X777 Corps version. So basically, lore-wise, or according to the manual, this is basically a elite unit. So, even according to the manual, of course, even the regular Alto units barely see these guys, so these guys are really like special units, or things really got serious to the point where these guys are now deployed. Now, this kit comes with a lot of option parts, and I was not aware of it. I mean, I knew that it came with a good amount of parts, but basically the amount of parts kind of exceeded my expectations. So as you can see in front of you are all the parts that were included in this kit. Now, I can't consider these as leftover parts because these were definitely intentional. So, which is why I also brought out some extra Alto kits. Now, I should have been more prepared because I did not expect this many kits, but basically today I'm not going to go over our articulation because it's a 30-minute mission kit. You guys should know like how the articulation is. So we're going to go over the pieces, all these parts are, and see which parts are from what and what parts are unique to this kit, because there seems to be a lot of, I don't want to be too negative, but there are some negative people out there who just can't accept like P-Bandai kits, especially this one. So price wise, to get this amount of parts, buying this kit was much cheaper for me. If I were to get all of these parts from their dedicated option part sets and including a single Alto kit, it would cost me way more. This is basically like 60% cheaper-ish than getting like one Alto kit and all these option parts, at least for in my country. So just wanted to point that out. Alright, so before we go on to the actual the unit, let's talk about each part here. So as you can see here, I did kind of separate them for each option part set. So let's go over the most weird one. So I don't think this was supposed to be intentional. So I think they added this just to give us the open style hands here. So let's see what we got. So here we have a set of open hands, and then only half of one fuel canister and one booster for the backpack. So I think for this one they just added this so they could give us the open style hands. But originally, to get this set, let me check the pictures I saved up for. This is from the option backpack 2. So I'll also leave a picture on the side here to give you guys an idea. So this is from the option backpack 2. So this would, if you would have bought the original option set, then you would get two each of these and one set of open hands. So that's pretty much it. So this is, of all the option parts we got, these were the most odd ones, if I had to point out. Alright, so and then here we have another part here, so I'm going to select them down. So number one, we get a shield, we get two extra new shoulder parts, a faceplate, and another shield connector. One is already onto the shield that I connected. So this one is actually from the option armor for Commander for the Alto line. So, but keep in mind, I believe in this, for the option parts, the original option parts, there's only white or black, or there's basically only 1 or 2, 3 colors regarding this option part, but there is no blue version on this. So this makes it very unique to this kit as well. So that's it. And so very cool color, and I do like the mask right over here. So let me just put those away as well. So after going over to these parts, we will be going over each part, using giving demonstrations with these parts with the extra Altos I did bring out. Alright, so here we have another set here. This is actually a lot. So this one you see right over here is, let's see, this is the option part set 2. So this also comes with a good amount of weapons and armor parts. So number one, here we have these parts, which I think they could be used like extra side thrusters for the legs. So you get 2 of these, and then also these handle looking things do come off as well. So if you want to use those as well, you can always do that. So that's a pretty unique gimmick. And here we have now this one, the kit already comes with its own front skirt or side skirt part here, but here is a different design here. So yeah, this is actually the front skirt and back skirt part. So the way how this works is that you attach it to the side skirt, and then each front skirt also can move upwards and backwards. So it actually works. So you get a set of these, and then you get some missile launchers or missile pods. I'm not sure which would be the more proper term, but you get 2 of these as well. And according to the manual, you can also kind of slap these together like this to make a huge single one as well. So that's a pretty cool gimmick, but in blue. So basically, these option parts are also unique on its own because there is no way to get in these colors as well, or at least as far as I know. And then here we have some another missile launcher or missile pod, but this one seems to be like one of those things that are used underwater, so that we get 2 of them, so that's a pretty cool one. And then here we have, I believe these are, I'm not sure if what these are supposed to be, but if I had to guess, these are one of those things that like fire smoke grenades. I remember seeing something similar on tanks, real tanks, when I was in the military, but yeah, I think these are one of those. So we get 2 of these, and then we get these armor parts here, armor plates or something like that. So these could be used in various ways. I've seen images where these are used as that goes onto the leg or the side skirts or any place that you can pretty much slap these on. So these have a single peg here. So once again, that's pretty much it. So let me just get rid of these parts as well. Alright, so and now for these middle parts here. So here we have some sort of cannon, a railgun looking ish thing, and then here we have some machine gun pods, 2 of them, and then we have these parts which also are sensors, and according to the manual you can actually attach these to the shoulders. So these parts are from, let me just check my phone again, so from the option parts set 1. I'll try to post each images I found here. So yeah, and now regarding this part, this also comes with the side some extra boosters that goes onto the legs. Those are already slapped on here as well, so which is why you weren't able to see them as well. And for the previous part with the missile pods, there's also a ankle armor that's supposed to go on, that's supposed to be in the set, but that one is already attached to the kit as well, right over here, these ankle parts. So that keep that in mind. So that's that. So let me get rid of these. Alright, and then here we have a few more parts here. So these parts I actually used to have because I did buy these previously because I wanted to make a dedicated sniper kit using the Alto line. So give me a moment. So these are from the option weapon 1 for Alto. So technically, I believe if you buy this option part, you do get a full-fledged machine gun for that comes with the Alto, and then you get 2 type of barrels. The long one is already being used onto the kit here, and so you get a little bit more shoulder one. So if you want to get a more assault rifle feel, this is the one you use. This is a weapon that is included in all Alto weapons, but in this case, you also get some extra parts. So you can either you can make it into an axe, or if you want to, you can just take this and use it as a spear, or you can slap onto this ball joint and use it and have like a knife hand, or you can always pop it out and put this blade onto the handle. So there's multiple ways. So basically we get these nice weapon sets here. So that's that. Alright, so there are some parts that I could not identify. Number 1 which were pretty much these. So these are pretty much similar to the ones we just saw, like these chest plates, but they are in this shape. Now I went through Bandai's website and I could not find these parts. If anybody knows where these parts are from, do let me know, because yeah, I could not find them. Alright, so other than that, there we do have some leftover parts. These are from the original Alto kit. So obviously if you want to make the original Alto but in its own unique color, so the kit that comes with this is a combination between yellow and a light blue. So it's not, I have the blue color right over here, but once again, we don't, but it's in a very different tone here. We have a dark and very sky blue, while this one is much more of a purple-ish blue going on here. So I don't think there is an Alto in that color as well. So if you do want to have that, we do get all the parts to make the regular Alto, even the original parts. So no need to worry about that. And if you are one of those people who collect the Roy units, we get one of these as well. And also, instead of getting sticker decals, we get these. We get a Warslike decal, which I was kind of surprised. Although I wish they would have just included the sticker decals as well, because those are the ones that has the numbers on it. Alright, so let's see what we got. Okay, let me just take this off and see on its own. So number 1, so let's compare it to a regular Alto right off the bat before going through it. So as you can see, you might notice that it's slightly taller. That's because the option parts, we do have another like ankle arm right over here that kind of extends the height of it. a little bit. So I wasn't aware of this part until now, so that's a pretty cool option part as well. So obviously the unique parts are new, entirely new parts. So basically parts you cannot get in any other way other than from this kit will be, well, if you consider the color, it's pretty much everything. But one of the new parts is, number one, the shoulders and the faceplate. There is, for the head part, as far as I know, this is its own unique head part. So yeah, a very cool looking part, and I do like the green visor that is inside here. So that's that. So just a quick note, so these are entirely new shoulder parts, so I wanted to point that out. The chest part is actually from one of the commander option part sets, and this part is also from one of those other option parts that were included as the weapons, including these parts. So some people are saying like, it's not worth it. For me, this was really worth it because the price. Because if I were to get all those option parts plus this kit plus an Alto kit, it would cost me much more, as I mentioned. So I'm saving about 60%, in terms of price. So yeah. All right, so we've seen the basics of the kit. So let's see what we got with all these weapons. Let's see how we can utilize them onto each of the Alto kits. So for now, I'll be right back with the first option part set, or any of the combinations, so I can make this easily. Okay, I'm back. So here I pretty much attach all the option parts onto the rest of the Altos I had here, and just to make a little bit funny, I just slapped these, the most odd parts of the leftovers onto the Roy. Somehow it works like a giant antenna, so I'm pretty happy with it. Anyway, other than aside, so yeah. Now, technically, if you want to do so, you are able, if you want, you could slap about like 80% of the parts onto the kit itself. So here, they don't give you exactly the instruction manual to how to do this, but they do give you an example or image on that you could attach every part, or 80% of the parts, or 90. I say 80 to 90 because obviously some parts have been swapped out, like the longer barrel is now into the shorter barrel. And the cannons, they didn't attach the extended points, and obviously you won't be able to use the other masks as well. So yeah, so which is why I say that. So if you want to make this, you are able to make that as well. So I believe on the Porta Nova version, there is like a specific manual for like certain parts, but either way, this one is much more simple. Alright, so I didn't really touch this guy. He's pretty much the way how you left it. So once again, I really like the way how it looks, especially that mask there. Now, let's see. So let's start with this guy. I pretty much attached the additional commander armor, the leftovers of the commander armor, because the chest is already being used. So this guy doesn't have anything on his chest, but I did attach these extra front skirt and side skirts going on here. But according to the example here, I guess I could have attached these to the legs for some reason, but still, yeah. And then we have the shield here, and I attached the longer handle and attached the axe here, and then I attached the longer blade onto its original, fist type weapon, so that's pretty cool. And then, like the example on the manual here, I attached these parts, which I could not determine where they were from, onto the inner legs for inner protection. Also, so basically, I try to follow this guy right over here. So I attached the extra thrusters onto the legs. The shield is obviously there, and then the commander type shoulders are onto the and face mask is onto the parts where it's supposed to be. So yeah, so and slapped on the leftover machine gun onto the backpack. So yeah, it definitely looks cool. I think if I have a more dedicated chest piece, this would look even better. And now for the other one, I pretty much attach all the long range weapons here. So he is now using the assault type-ish looking weapon here. I attach the cannons with the extensions here. So now if you don't like these, you can always take them off and you can have a shorter cannon. I just attach these because they have a much more railgun-ish look going on here. Now once again, I didn't want to leave the chest bare, so I added these pieces as chest piece. Of course, on the process, I had to take out the middle piece that's originally on the Alto chest there. It works pretty well. And onto the backpack, I also attached these missile pods onto the back, and then another of the bigger ones onto the side of the legs, and then the smoke bomb shooters or smoke grenade-ish firing devices onto the missile pod as well, since I assume these ones shouldn't be really explosive. And once again, the same thing right over here to protect the legs. And instead of onto the arms, I attached the minigun turrets on each arm, and then I took out the hands and attached the the knife hand here right over here, and it actually looks pretty cool. I think if we have a hook here, I think someone could make a really cool like pirate theme going on here. So yeah. I'm already having fun with these, and so if you would happen to have just this guy, I think you could still pull off really cool stuff going on here. It's really your imagination is the only limit here. So once again, there's a lot of opportunities to play around with these with the 30-minute mission kits, or even just with this, you could make all sorts of variations on a single kit. All right, I think there's only one thing left to show, and I think that is its base form in its base color. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the final part of the review. So here is the most basic component of the Alto, of the X777 Corps version. So obviously inside it's just a regular Alto. So once again, we have a nice combination between a yellow and a very light purplish blue going on here as well. Now I do know there is a purple Alto here, but as far as I know, and there is a yellow Alto, but I don't think there's a Alto that's dedicated to this color out there in retail. If I'm wrong, do let me know. I do know that I believe there is a similar color in the Porta Nova line, but still, yeah. So I find this to be a really interesting combination. I do like the fact that they did use the green visor as well. So, yeah. So that was pretty much it for the review. So once again, this was the review of the P-Bandai Exclusive X777 Corps. Now, just because it's announced, just because it exists, doesn't mean you need to 100% buy it. So I would say if you want it, then you go buy it. So this is a very interesting set. I would say if you're really dedicated into the 30-minute mission lines, I say this would be a very nice, set, because it gives you a lot of parts for a little bit cheaper price. Of course, depending on where you live, that might be a different situation. But at least for me, this was a much cheaper option, instead of getting all those option parts plus another extra Alto in terms of price. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.